This is your 2001 read-along book. Every time you hear this chime, it means it's time to turn the page in your storybook. Now, if you're ready, we will start the story 2001, A Space Odyssey. Don't forget to turn the page every time you hear the chime. The age of the great dinosaurs had long passed. A terrible drought had dried out the earth for millions of years. Now, only those creatures who were strong and fast would survive. The man-apes were neither strong nor fast. They had always been plant-eaters, but now all the plants were dying in the blazing sun. There was plenty of food around them in the form of other animals, but the man-apes had never thought of eating meat. If they didn't, soon they too would perish. One day, the man-apes happened upon a strange sight. It was a new rock, a shiny black slab unlike any rock the man-apes had ever seen before. The whole tribe screamed with excitement. As they overcame their fear and reached out to touch the rectangular black stone, a new idea was born. Moonwatcher, the largest of the man-apes, picked up a strong bone and clutched it in his hairy hand. Something told him, was it the black stone, that he had found a tool, a weapon. Now he could hunt and live and evolve. It would take millions of years, but someday, Moonwatcher's descendants, 100,000 generations from now, would evolve into man. Moonwatcher cried out in joy and wonder and tossed the bone high into the blue sky. Like the bone, the spaceship was also a tool. 3 million years had passed. Many things had changed, but some things had remained unchanged, like man's need for new discoveries. This is why Dr. Heywood Floyd, the world-famous astronomer, was a passenger, the only passenger, on the Orion 3 as it raced towards Space Station 5. From there, he would continue on to the moon, where a top-secret discovery had been made, one which the government hoped he could explain. As he gazed out the window at the blue earth far below, Dr. Floyd wondered how his colleagues and friends would take the news once it was made public. Would they be shocked or relieved to learn that the first sign of intelligent life elsewhere in the universe had been discovered 30 feet beneath the surface of the moon? That sign was a black monolith, exactly like the stone slab that had saved the man-apes from extinction millions of years earlier. What new message did this monolith bring to man? Under the bright gleam of the excavation's floodlights, the mysterious black slab seemed to glow. Dr. Floyd and a fellow scientist made their way down the steps cut into the rocky pit on the moon toward the monolith. Dr. Floyd's voice rang through the radio transmitter to the other scientist.
What did your geology tests show? Was the monolith deliberately buried?
Yes, it was. There is a definite difference between the rock that the slab sits in and the fill we cleared from out around it.
Any clue as to what that monolith is?
A tomb, shrine, survey marker, spare part, take your choice. All we really know is that it's sending signals out into space toward Jupiter. So that must mean there's intelligent life beyond Earth.
The spaceship Discovery sped along through deep space toward Jupiter at incredible speed. 14 months had passed since the discovery of the monolith on the moon, and many lunar months had passed since the beginning of the spaceship's 2-year mission. On board Discovery, crew members Dave Bowman and Frank Poole were the only 2 humans awake. The other 3 were in hibernation, a state of deep sleep in which their heartbeats and breath rates are greatly slowed down. This conserves their energy and the spaceship supplies during the long journey. Their life support systems were controlled by HAL 9000, the ship's computer. HAL could think and talk, and perhaps even have feelings. It was HAL's job not only to run the ship, but to reawaken the crew when the Discovery reached its destination. Bowman and Poole did not know that their mission had anything to do with a strange monolith found on the moon, nor did they know that they were heading for Jupiter. The only ones who knew the full truth were the sleeping crew members and HAL. The crew members would not be awakened by the computer until almost the end of the trip, and HAL had been programmed not to reveal anything. It was Dave Bowman who came into focus in Hal's mechanical eye as he spoke to the computer.
Hal, Frank and I believe there is something about this mission that we weren't told. Something that you and the rest of the crew members were told. Is this true?
Hal replied in his calm, quiet voice.
I'm sorry, Dave, but I don't think I can answer that question without knowing everything that both of you know.
As usual, Hal was logically correct, but he was also stalling.